Good evening. I'd like to start off by posing a question to you guys. How many of you have all gone to college? And how many here thinks that it would have been a lot easier if they would have had the skills and preparation necessary before actually attending college? Okay, show of hands, show of hands. Okay. Well, at Avid, we give you the skills necessary and the preparation to attend college for many students. Avid is a prestigious program that should be given increased funding and expanded into all the schools in the Anoka-Hennepin district, because it not only narrows the achievement gap between minorities and whites, but it also strengthens the relationship between the teacher and the student due to small class sizes. And it also gives students more availability to four-year colleges. Which brings me to my first point of the achievement gap between blacks and whites. Now, as you may know, blacks and whites have had a huge disparity in education in this country for quite some time now. But Avid can help seal and bridge this. According to data from the Avid website, more than 67% of blacks and Hispanics that were in Avid took AP tests, compared to just 32% that are not in a program, that are not in any program at all. This shows that Avid is not only for whites, but it's also for minorities. And that's great for our country and for those who are struggling behind educationally. Now on to my second point of the strong student-teacher relationship that is created in Avid. Now, as you may know, in Avid, most of the time students have the same teacher for 4 years. Although this is not always true, most teachers have a huge bond with their students. By the end of the 4 years there in Avid, they're almost like a father or a mother figure to them. I know mine was to me. Now, although this may be just an added bonus, there's a study done by Project STAR that showed that students tend to do better when they have a strong relationship with their teacher. On average, they have a 0.34 or better GPA than students who don't know their teacher that well at all. This works well for all students. And also, to fund for this expansion of Avid, we could make bigger class sizes in the math and sciences where it doesn't really matter how big they are because they're a lecture anyways. Now that's something that could benefit those who need the help, such as an Avid, and it could also help the people, and it doesn't really affect the people of math and science because they're already going to be big anyways. Which brings me to my third point, which is that Avid should be expanded because it increases the availability and access that students have in four-year colleges. Now this is a great thing because as you may know, four-year colleges tend to produce the students that get paid the most amount of money, that get the best jobs, that get the best benefits. Now, according to data from Avid's own website, more than 74% of all students that applied to a four-year college were accepted. Now this is great news. This means that more than 74% of Avid students could go on to attend a four-year college. And after, do great things just as many who have attended four-year colleges have done before them. Also, by expanding Avid, we would be saving so much money in the future. By giving kids a head start now in four-year colleges, that could save them from having to graduate within 5 or 6 years. That's not only costly to them, but costly to our nation. Think about that money that they're spending on debt that they could be using for more purchasing power to drive the economy. So although you may be thinking that we're short on funding now, and that Avid should remain the same funding as before, it is an economic necessity in the future. Just as President Obama said, education should not be a luxury. It is an economic necessity. Avid really brings out education for everyone. So in interview, I told you to vote for Avid for 3 different reasons. The first being that it narrows the achievement gap. The second is a strong relationship between teachers and students. And third is the availability to 4-year colleges. Now, although the budget is tight right now, Avid is well worth it, not only now, but in the future. And I think that Avid should receive the most funding.